Welcome, dear children. In this session, we are going to have a recap of the lesson, A House Like This. In this lesson, we studied that Naseem's school was hosting a camp in Srinagar. Naseem belonged to Srinagar, which is in Jammu and Kashmir, and his school was hosting a camp. Children from various states had come to attend the camp in Srinagar. So tents were put up at the campsite and children were really enjoying the camp. Now let's have a look at the states from which children came. This is the political map of India. Children, you all know what is the meaning of a political map. A political map is a map showing countries, states, cities, etc. with their boundaries. These are man-made boundaries. Now, let us have a quick look at the states from which children came to attend the camp. We know that Naseem belonged to Srinagar in Jammu and Kashmir, and here we have Bhupen who came from Molan village in Assam. So we know that Assam is a place in the northeastern part of India and Bhupen belonged to Molan village in Assam. Assam is a place which has heavy rainfall and the houses built here have sloping roofs and are made of wood. Then we know that Chameli came from Manali. Now, where is Manali, children? Yes, Manali is in the state of Himachal Pradesh. This is close to Jammu and Kashmir. Chameli belonged to Manali, which is a hill station, and Manali had houses made of wood and stone. It rained very heavily and snowed in Manali. So, the houses were made of wood and stone. Wood kept the people living inside it warm. And Chameli's house also had houses with sloping roofs. What is the similarity between Bhupen's and Chameli's house, children? Yes, both houses had sloping roofs as they had heavy rainfall and snow in this region. These roofs helped the snow and the rainfall to slide off very easily. Next, we had Kanshiram from Rajasthan. Rajasthan is a desert state and it had houses which were made up of mud. You all know what is a desert. Yes, a desert is a very hot and dry area which has very less vegetation and very little rainfall throughout the year. So, houses here were made of mud. Mud keeps the people living in the house cool. Next comes Mithali and Anuj from Delhi. You all know that New Delhi is the capital of India and you can see people from various states come to work in New Delhi. The population of New Delhi is very high but there is very less space to live in. So people live in apartments and high-rise buildings. And poor people who come in search of work from villages and smaller towns have no other option but to live in slums. A slum is an unhygienic and congested area which has very poor living condition. Now children came from Assam, Himachal Pradesh, New Delhi and Rajasthan to Srinagar where the camp was held. Now let's have a quick recap of the types of houses built in these areas, places where they are built, special features, materials used to build these houses. Now let's discuss the first type of house, which is a stilt house. These houses are found in areas with heavy rainfall or floods. Assam and Kerala are the states which have such kind of houses? We all know that in our lesson, Bhupen came from Molan village in Assam. So these houses, that is the stilt houses, are temporary houses. The houses are raised on bamboo poles or stilts, and these bamboo poles or pillars are very strong to support these houses. These houses are made using sloping roofs. We also study that places which have heavy snowfall also have sloping roofs so that the snow and the rainwater can slide off easily. The stilt houses are made up of bamboo and wood. Next, let's move on to mud houses. Very hot areas like Rajasthan, which is a desert state, has mud houses. These houses are also temporary houses. Mud houses are plastered with mud and the roofs are thatched using thorny bushes, straw, hay, palm leaves, etc. Mud keeps the people living inside these houses cool. So, going back to the political map, we have seen the houses in Assam where Bhupen lived, which had stilt houses, and mud houses in Rajasthan where Kanshiram lived. Now, let's move to the next type of house, which is the houseboat. Places which have many water bodies have such kind of houses which are known as houseboats. The special types of houseboats in Kashmir are called as the shikaras. States like Kashmir and Kerala are very famous for houseboats. Houseboats are also temporary houses and are also called as floating houses or floating homes. See children, the houseboats look like a boat from outside but very much look like your homes from inside. They are mainly made up of wood, but aluminium, steel and glass are also used in the interiors of the house. Generally, a houseboat is a source of enjoyment. That is, when you go out with your families, they can serve as a summer home. The next type of house is tents. Where can we see tents? Hilly areas and campsites are the places where we can see tents. Other than that, tents are used for camping, circus and mountaineering also. A tent is also a temporary house and they are made up of a thick material called canvas or tarpaulin. Here you can see small pegs of wood which are fixed to the ground and they hold the tent upright. The pegs are fastened by ropes and they support the tents. Now, let's go back to the political map of India once again and see where houseboats are found in India. Jammu and Kashmir and the state of Kerala are very famous for houseboats. And we also know that the campsite was Srinagar and tents were put up here. Now, let's talk about two more types of houses, an igloo and multi-storied buildings. Igloos are temporary houses which are made in snow-covered areas like the Arctic and Antarctic regions. Example, Greenland. These are temporary houses. These houses are made using blocks of ice and snow. Igloos are warm from inside as the snow and ice trap the heat and protect the people living inside the igloo from the cold icy winds and keep them warm. Next, we will move on to multi-storied buildings. Cities like Delhi, Ghaziabad, Noida, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, etc. have these types of houses. Other than multi-storied buildings, they also have bungalows and single-storied buildings. These are permanent houses. Children, do you know what multi-storied buildings are? Yes, they are buildings with many floors. They are strong, long-lasting and immovable, and that is why they are called a permanent house. And moreover, they are made up of very durable and long-lasting materials like cement, bricks, glass, tiles, wood, stones, iron and steel. Now, let's move on to the last type of house, which is a caravan. We all know that caravan is also a temporary, a movable or a mobile house. People from villages and towns who are always on the move, who are called as peddlers, move from one place to another to sell their goods. So, they use these caravans, which are mobile houses, to move from one place to another selling their goods. A bullock cart, van, or a bus can be converted into a caravan, and this is used by people to move from one place to another. So children, in this session, we had discussed about the different types of houses. I hope this quick recap was really useful in understanding about the different types of houses. Thank you children.